Hi, this is Courtney Joyner. According to Air Force Times, a poll conducted in March revealed that about 59% of the respondents approved to let homosexuals run their military service openly. However, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy preventing this military service is not one that can be overturned by a simple democratic vote. The goal of this speech is to inform my audience about what exactly the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy is, the reasoning behind its implementation, and the effects that have taken place since. So, what exactly is the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy? Don't Ask, Don't Tell is the official United States policy regarding homosexual serving in the military. This policy prohibits military personnel from discriminating against closeted homosexual service members while at the same time requiring by law the discharge from military service of any people who openly identify themselves as gay or having engaged in homosexual acts. This act prohibits any homosexual person from disclosing his or her sexual orientation or any type of homosexual relationship they may be engaged in while serving in the United States Armed Forces. So essentially, this policy prohibits individuals from talking about and commanders from asking about sexual orientation. So, all this to say, homosexuals are in fact able to serve in the military as long as they keep quiet about it and don't let anyone know the truth about their sexual orientation. And more simply put, an article in Newsweek defines it as a policy that forbids gay soldiers from coming out of the closet. Now, let's take a look at the reasoning behind why this policy was implemented. The policy prohibits homosexuals from serving in the armed forces because their presence would create an unacceptable risk to the high standards of morale, good order and discipline, and unit cohesion that are the essence of military capability. So, as stated in this article in Advocate, critics have already warned that openly gay soldiers will sink morale, causing resignations, discord, and infighting, and ultimately damage readiness at a time when the U.S. military is already taxed to the extreme. So this policy is legally able to be enforced because, according to an article in the Virginian Pilot, the bill stated that military service is unique in its circumstances. It is characterized by its own laws, customs, and restrictions on personal behavior that would not be accepted in civilian society. As such, it must exclude people whose presence threatens morale, good order and discipline, and unit cohesion. So, according in another article, according to the Air Force Times, there is no constitutionally mandated right to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. The primary purpose of the military is to prepare for and engage in combat, and that success in combat requires high morale, discipline, and unit cohesion, which goes back to the point that homosexuals serving would create an unacceptable risk in each of these areas that I just stated. This policy has had numerous effects, not only on the homosexual soldiers, but also on their families and partners. According to an article in Advocate, since it was implemented in 1994, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy has ended the careers of more than 13,000 service members, including both men and women who served their country honorably, yet fell casualty to discriminatory policy. Although this is the most noticeable effect of the policy, there are several other results that have taken place, including those directly affecting the partners and families of these soldiers. As stated in an article in Advocate, it says, because gay troops are forbidden to reveal their sexual orientation, their partners and families have no way to access the vast resources offered to most military families. They are also denied access to crucial information about deployed family members, including their status, condition, return dates, or even whether they have been killed. So there has been a lot of recent activity and action taken place concerning this policy since President Obama's election. This action includes a congressional bill being introduced to repeal the current statute and require the military to no longer discriminate against homosexuals. Obama recently signed this bill, marking the official end of the Don't Ask, Don't policy to be for September 20th, 2011. I wanted to close with a statement by President Obama in a speech given in December of 2010, backing up his reasoning for why he decided to sign this law, bringing an end to the policy. He says, "Valor and sacrifice are no more limited by sexual orientation than they are by race or by gender or by religion or by creed." Thank you.